Our team has noticed something interesting after working with couples for decades. The ones who retire most confidently, they're often not necessarily the ones with the most money. They're often the ones who understand how 3 specific numbers work together. In the next 8 minutes, I'm going to show you exactly what those 3 numbers are and how they can create retirement confidence. You'll discover why many people get retirement expenses completely wrong, how guaranteed income can change everything about your portfolio strategy, and the specific gap your savings actually need to fill every month for decades. But here's what you need to understand first, and this might surprise you. Many people get retirement expenses completely wrong. They spend months calculating what they think they should spend in retirement, adding up the mortgage, utilities, groceries, insurance, but they completely forget to plan for what they actually want to spend their retirement doing. They plan for the basics, not for the life they want. Now, the examples I share today have details changed to protect our clients' privacy, but these are based on real situations we see repeatedly in our practice. Let me tell you about a couple who came to see us. We'll call them Tom and Susan. Tom kept saying, "We'll spend less. No commuting, no work clothes, maybe we can downsize." But Susan, she had different ideas. "I want to travel twice a year, help with the grandkids' activities, finally take those art classes." Tom, he was planning for the foundation. Susan, she was planning for the freedom they'd earned. Here's how we like to think about it. There are 2 types of retirement expenses. Your foundation expenses, the basics you need regardless. These can be items like housing, food, utilities, healthcare, and insurance. And your freedom expenses, these are the reasons you saved all these years. Travel, hobbies, being generous with family, pursuing interests you never had time for. Many people plan carefully for the foundation, but forget about the freedom. Then they might feel guilty every time they want to do something special. And here's another thing couples tend to forget. Inflation. That dream vacation that costs $5,000 today, in 10 years, it might cost $7,000. The monthly budget that feels comfortable now gets tighter and tighter every year, even if you don't change your lifestyle at all. So your first number isn't just current expenses minus commuting. It's what you want retirement to actually look like and what that costs in the real world. Now, you're probably already thinking clearer than many people just by considering both foundation and freedom expenses. But here's where even smart planners can get tripped up. This next number may determine whether your savings are under massive pressure or whether you can actually relax. That second number is your guaranteed income. Money that shows up every month regardless of what markets are doing. Think about Social Security, pensions, maybe even an annuity if you have one. This income can give you options and comfort. But here's the pattern we see. Some couples overestimate how far guaranteed income stretches. Others may underestimate how much comfort it can provide. Let's go back to Tom and Susan. Let's say they had a strong pension and 2 Social Security checks. Their guaranteed income might cover most of their foundation expenses. This helped Tom feel secure. "We barely need our portfolio," he said. But Susan was still thinking about the bigger picture. What about the kitchen remodel, the grandkids' weddings, that Alaska trip we've talked about for years? Here's the connection that changes everything. If your guaranteed income covers most of your monthly bills, you can take bigger chunks from your savings when you need to. Maybe that's for a new roof or that anniversary trip, because you're not counting on your savings for everyday spending. The more guaranteed income you have, the more you can use your savings for special occasions instead of monthly bills. What we found often works is thinking of guaranteed income as your foundation and your portfolio as your flexibility. Together, they may be able to fund both your needs and your wants. You're probably already ahead of 90% of people just by understanding these connections. But this final number, this can be where many people's retirement plans either work beautifully or fall apart completely. Now, for the number that ties everything together. It's not just how much you have saved. It's what you're asking that money to actually do. And this can be where many people get completely blindsided. Many people think their portfolio's job is just to be big enough. But here's what almost nobody realizes. And this is where even million-dollar portfolios can fail completely. The real job isn't about size. It's about filling a very specific gap every single month for decades. And if you don't understand the first two numbers, you have no idea whether your portfolio can actually do this job. Let me show you what this breakthrough looked like for Tom and Susan. They had saved well, but they felt completely lost about whether it would work. When we looked at their situation, we found the gap. What they wanted to spend each month was more than what their guaranteed income would provide. So their portfolio's job, fill that gap every month for 30 plus years. This changed their entire perspective. Instead of asking, do I have enough? They started asking, is what I have positioned to do what I need it to do? Many people are trying to plan their portfolio without knowing what it actually needs to do. But you can't position your portfolio correctly until you know exactly what gap it needs to fill and for how long. The first two numbers tell you what job your portfolio needs to do. Only then can you figure out how to set it up for success. That's exactly what happened with Tom and Susan. It wasn't about choosing between Tom's conservative approach or Susan's dreams. They realized successful retirement isn't a set it and forget it plan. You need to know what you're spending, what's coming in guaranteed, and how your portfolio is performing. Then adjust as life changes. Maybe some years they spend more on travel, others a little bit less. Maybe their guaranteed income increases with cost of living adjustments. Maybe their portfolio has a great year and they can be more generous, or a tough year where they pull back temporarily. The magic happens when you're tracking all three numbers and making small adjustments along the way instead of hoping everything works out perfectly from day one. Here's your 3-number framework for retirement confidence. Number 1, what you want to spend, including both foundation expenses and freedom expenses adjusted for inflation over time. Number 2, your guaranteed income, Social Security, pensions, and other reliable monthly payments that create your foundation. And number 3, the specific gap your portfolio needs to fill, not just how much you have, but what job it needs to do every month for decades. When these 3 numbers align, something shifts. You can stop wondering, do I have enough? And start asking, when do I want to begin? If this approach to thinking about retirement resonates with you, feel free to subscribe. Each week, we share insights to help simplify retirement planning and make more confident decisions. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.